Brothers and sisters, hello, how are you? I am so excited. I want to share this excitement with you. Let's take a deep breath together and appreciate this now moment, this magnificent time that we are at. Some of you guys probably woke up just yesterday or the day before to a video on this channel with a beautiful woman speaking her truth and projecting her beauty. And you said to yourself, who is that woman? Well, she introduced herself. That's my beautiful wife, Kalee, my twin flame, my counterpart, my fulfillment. And we are so excited to be back in union after a long period of time where we've been coming back together and going again apart. That chaser runner, you could say, phase. We are finally at a place of union and of unity that starts with the inside. And I want to share more about it in the videos to come. There's a lot to share, and I'm so excited that I can share this finally. I was holding myself back, and today, speaking with her on the phone, a conversation that took about 3 hours, brought again a lot of clarity that touches exactly that sense within ourselves that holds us back from sharing something with somebody else. And it comes usually from fear and from shame. But when we stop and we look at ourselves and we look at the projection of ourselves from being a childhood to the moment, to the now moment, the person that we are today, there's a lot of experiences that go all the way back to that child that came innocent to the world and that started experiencing the world with full openness and love, and then received, in addition to love and joy, received also contraction, fear, shame, guilt, worry, anger, abandonment, frustration. All of these we experienced as children. And each and every one of those experiences is a contraction. It causes us to fold back into ourselves. It's a reflection that we got from society, from our parents. Could be from the very first moment that we came to life, from birth. Of worry, of fear, of shame, trying to control us, trying to take away something from our experience. And that is contraction. That is when we regress. Our energy field is not open, and it's not welcoming, and it's not over-compassing and generating energy. It's being contracted back to ourselves. It's being defended. It's closing off. It's shutting off from the world that is in a way attacking us because of fear, shaming us, putting guilt on us, expressing anger with us. That causes a contraction, closing off, shutting down, protecting this space that was open before. And we carry it from childhood to the point which in the now moment we are unaware of where it comes from. Or maybe there's a bits of memory over there that connects, because there is a line, right, in our mind, in the pattern that governs how we perceive reality. There's a line that goes all the way back to our childhood. And just a side note here, when you hear people say past life experiences, yes, true, but past life experiences have been repeated already in this lifetime, in childhood. Those are the wounds that we carry with us that are triggered in our childhood, so they are present again in this lifetime. So we carry this with us, and there is a line that is still connected to that point, to that time, to that trigger, and to that wound in the past. And this is still causing us to stay contracted when it comes to that specific area. And it's a lot that has to do with sexuality. And I'll touch more about sexuality in the upcoming videos as well. The sexuality is the connection between the separation. When I feel myself separated from anything else outside of me, if it's a tree, if it's a dog, or if it's another person, but I can still perceive that other thing, then there is a component there that connects us. And that connection is sexual energy. And that is being expressed in two major attributes: attraction or rejection. I see it and it attracts me. There's something there that appeals to me. There's something there that I want to consume, maybe. There's something there that I want to engage with, interact with. Or there is a rejection. There is something there that repulses me, that I don't want to see, that makes me afraid, that I want to go away from. Either way, it's an energy that I am already communicating with, either through attraction or through rejection, but I am communicating with that. And that communication, that is a channel of energy. And that energy is the sexual energy that we have everywhere between us and every other thing, as long as we are aware of it, right? Because if there is something here in my space that I'm not aware of, then I cannot connect with. And if I cannot connect with it, then there is no energy going back and forth between me and that thing. So there is that lack of sexual energy there. Just another side note. So through my beloved Kalee, that I am empowered, feeling her back into my life, having her back with me. And right now it's not physical. She is still in the United States, I'm here in Israel, but it already empowers me, gives me that boost, that extra boost of working towards physically uniting with her and with my children, with all of my children, giving me that strength of stepping outside and building that dream, making it a reality, finding us a land in Israel, building a home and building a society. This is something that we will start sharing more and more with you guys in our videos. Is about our vision of unified humanity. And as you guys heard before, I spoke about the two societies, the split that is happening right now, and that split is going to continue to become reality. But building that bridge between those, the bridges are going to be over there anyway, because people will still show interest in both societies that are developing. But the physical investment that I and Kalee see in connecting humanity is in building physical centers, spiritual centers that are in the base of a community, and they are educational centers as well for the next generation, and that they have a birthing center in them as well. Creating those all over the world. And we will start here in Israel, building a beautiful center where we will have our home beside it too, and other people will be welcomed to come and share space with us and live and share a communal life together and a spiritual life together. And we would like to offer that model everywhere in the world, everywhere that wants to open a center like that. And then we will build connecting points between those centers. And as being invested in Europe and in the United States as well, we will want to open centers over there too. And I'm here now in Israel, and I'm starting here, and that gives me that boost to step up into the day and to say, I feel that unity inside of me, and that unity was the one calling forth again to my twin flame, inviting her back into my life, and she did the same thing and felt the same thing about the unity in her, and then opening up to the unity with me and reconnecting with that and realizing, yeah, that's my counterpart, that's my twin flame. And now we are ready to move back into this beautiful reality and creating and manifesting. Remember that the creating force is more masculine in a way, it's an active, and a manifesting force is more feminine, you could say. It's opening up and inviting that masculine to step in. And the masculine is attracted to the shape. That's why us men, we are attracted physically and through our eyes to a woman, to the shape. It's only natural that the masculine is attracted to the space and to the shape of things and to the geometrical structure of things, because the masculine will end up eventually entering that space and filling that space and creating in that space, fertilizing that space. And for the feminine, it's that sense of openness that can only be there, the space, right, that is opening and inviting the masculine to enter and to put the seed in and to fertilize that ground and that space. And this can only happen when the attraction is there, that comes from a more energetical component, maybe more metaphysical component of that feeling safety, feeling in my power as a feminine. The feminine feels in her power that she's ready to welcome and to open up, feeling safety in that, to open up and to invite something stranger inside, being attracted from that place of stability and structure. So my friends, it is an honor to share more with you about my personal life and the grander vision that Kalee and me have for community and for humanity, as well as to the more personal experiences that her and I share as a twin flame union, and through the time of separation that we had behind us now, that I personally feel more stronger to be able to share this with you. Just unbelievable stories that could, you could create from them an award-winning Netflix series. What the two of us, separately and together, went through in our relationship, in our 3 years relationship, and just in the last year of separation and of the runner-chaser mode. But now we are here again, fully in power and fully present. So excited about what we can do together. Honored that we are here during this time of change, of transformation, that we can mold this reality into the future that we see in front of us and that we want to bring here. My beautiful brothers and sisters, stay tuned. If you like this video, please, it's another reminder to press that like button, to press that bell, to subscribe, to share with a friend, so we can come together in beautiful sharing, in brotherhood and in sisterhood and in unity, and empower each other for a life of freedom, of love, of connection, of sharing, of growth, of stability, of fruition, of unity, and of humanity.